What are some gaps that people commonly don't think about?
All right. The biggest gap with personal insurance is with auto.
Okay.
The biggest gap I see is when someone's underinsured or they're underinsured motorist coverage. Mm-hmm. That's the liability that's going to cover you when someone hits you and they don't have insurance or they don't have enough insurance. Those liability limits should be the same. Like the liability limits you're carrying, say 100, 500, 100 limits, right? Your uninsured, underinsured motorists should mirror that.
Okay.
But I see someone, they'll come in there, maybe they have 500, 500, 500 limits for them and their children and family who are driving. You've got good liability.
Yeah.
But your underinsured motorist coverage is like almost state minimum limits. If someone hits you and one of you guys gets injured, like that's where the coverage comes from. It doesn't come from your liability.
Wow.
It comes from the liability for the other people that you have to pay for.
Interesting.
The number is like 1 in 8 drivers on the road don't have insurance right now.
How is that legal? How is that possible? You know?
I mean, technically it's not. Maryland actually changed. They used to give 12-month ID cards. Now they only give 6-month ID cards. So you could have a 12-month policy, but your ID card runs out in 6 months because there's a big problem with people buying insurance, making the first payment, then not paying anymore. And here I have my ID card, Mr. Officer, when you pull me over.
Right.
You know, but it's 1 in 8. I think it's more than that. You know, either don't have insurance or are vastly underinsured.
Yeah.
I mean, I see people driving a $100,000 car and you got $50,000 in property damage. Like,
it's a $100,000 car.
You get into an at-fault accident, you're coming out of pocket, you know? So it's important to have the right coverage at the right price.
Sure.
And we're an independent agency.
Yeah.
So we have a number of carriers that we work with. We are not beholden to one insurance company selling their product, and that's all we have.
Gotcha. You have many pots to dip your hands into.
Yeah. We
different
will search,
options.
and it depends on the risk characteristics. You know, I could see who you are, what you have, what you're doing. I know the best couple, 3, 4 insurance companies to take you to.
Yeah.
You know, for the risk itself. You know,
Interesting.
Yeah. Single auto, maybe a renter's. You know, Geico and Progressive are probably the best for you.
Okay.
You know, cost savings analysis is probably the best.
Okay.
You know, if you're, you know, family man, you have 3 kids on the road, house, boat, toys, it's going to be a different company.
Okay.
You know? So it's definitely risk characteristic based, you know, depending on who you are and what your needs are is where I'm going to take you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Are there other advantages other than the fact that you have your hands in different buckets that to work with an independent agency versus just kind of like a big box insurance company?
I would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different products on the market and each company claims is the most important part.
Sure.
You know, is their claim service really good?
Yeah.
You know, I have standard carriers whose claim service is amazing. I also have standard carriers, I won't name them, but their claim service is not the best.
Interesting.
You know? And when you're finally going to use the product, you need it to work, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing, like for health insurance, you know, for our family, you know, we went with a cheaper policy and it was like, it wasn't covering anything. My wife had a surgery and we ended up coming out of pocket like $30,000. I'm like, why are we paying for insurance?
Yeah.
And now we have to pay them, you know, real estate people have to pay for their own insurance,
right?
Or have a spouse that has a plan that's provided by their company, another company or whatever. But it's ridiculous. Like
it is.
I'm spending all this money. Why am I still having to cover so much? And that blows my mind. Maybe you can give me some insight.
You know, I can't really wrap my head around the health insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, the health insurance system is broken.
Yeah.
You know, the things that are billed for.
And that's not your specialty.
It's not.
Yeah.
It is
right.
not. I'm in the same boat with you. You know, my daughter broke her leg catastrophically 2 years ago. She got 9 pins in her leg and ankle. Like the bills from that, they're pretty big. You know, and we pay, you know, it's like 13, 14 grand a year for her and I.
That's crazy.
And I go to the doctor. Every time I go to the doctor, $200, $100, $150. And it's like, what are they charging for Tylenol and bandages?
Yeah.
You know, from the hospital, 1 pill of Tylenol is probably $50.
See,
it's insane.
Where's the
Did
regulation?
you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead, click it.